Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dan Lags, and welcome back to part number 2 of the Tudor style house Let's Build that we just started up. Today we're ready to pick up pretty much right where we left off from last episode. Haven't touched a thing on the build. Gonna try to do as much as I can on camera. Try not to change anything without you guys knowing. So we're ready to get started for part 2. So let's do it. Let's get started. A couple of things that I wanted to add in terms of like details, and these things aren't like the most important thing at the beginning of the build, but they were on my mind, so I figured I'd add them before I forgot about it. I wanted to grab a carpet of the gray coloring. I wanted to get some dark oak wood stairs. And I was thinking about also putting some fences right there. Kind of as just a little detail in the middle of that window. I wanted to put some backwards dark oak wood stairs right there, just as like a little indentation in that. Obviously, you know, you'd probably trip on that in real life, but this is the game, so just add some detail. And then I'm just going to put a little welcome mat in front of the door. So just a couple of quick details before we get started. So today I'm going to, this part of the build is looking pretty good. I think I'm pretty much going to leave it how it is. Over here, we're going to be making some changes to this though. Definitely not a huge fan of this in its current state, so I'm going to be making some adjustments to it. First off, I'm just going to kind of get rid of this little diagonal part, not permanently. I'm just going to be moving it a little bit. I think what I need to do is indent this build out a little bit further for it to be the way I want. So we're going to give that a try today, see how that looks, and hopefully that'll be the final result here. So I'm also going to get rid of this window. We're just pretty much going to get rid of pretty much everything you see here that isn't like the brick wall, essentially. So we can get rid of these upside down stairs. We can get rid of this window here. Just get rid of it. And we'll be replacing it in a minute. Alright, so we'll start with that. Also, we can get rid of this glass. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick block and fill in the rest of this bricks. Alright, so we got this. A little bit more basic, flat wall. We're just going to kind of reset this build and start again. And I think I have a pretty decent idea of like how I want to do it. So we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully it turns out pretty good. First things first, I'm going to get some anvils, some Danville's anvils in fact, and we're gonna use these actually as like a little bit of a frame of where I want to place things. So I'm gonna do one Danville's anvil right there, 1 block away from the wall, and what I'm gonna do is 1 block away from the Danville's anvil on this side, I am going to create the window, the new window. Alright, so something like that, and then I'm gonna actually just grab some full blocks of dark oak wood and run this down like this. And then in front of this, I'm going to do some more upside down stairs. I'll have those go across. So originally I had this window as an even number. I believe it was 4 blocks wide. I'm going to be modifying that actually. I would like to make it 3 blocks wide actually. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Let me just go ahead and quickly pick block some of that glass. I'm going to place 2 blocks of glass above that wooden block there. And then what I want to do is have a dark oak wood log run all the way up. Straight up to the top. I'm going to jump probably 3 blocks. Do the same thing again. Just have this go all the way up to the roof. So something like that. Alright. And then I'm going to put another stair. Actually, let me place that full block. Put another stair. Put another dark oak wood block. We're going to break open this. Place a couple more pieces of glass. As a matter of fact, what I can do now is pretty much get rid of all of this bricks in between. Pretty much not needed at this point. Okay. And then what I want to do is place some glass in here. So let's do a 3x3 of glass right in that space. Like that. And that's going to be my window design right there. I'm going to put a fence right up the middle. I'm going to put a couple of slabs that I don't have in my inventory right now. Get rid of the glass for now. Place a couple of slabs right there. On top of that, I'm going to place some logs going across like this. Let's do an upside down stair here, kind of connecting that part of the build. In front of this, I think I'm going to do some slabs like that. And then what I want to do now is like run another lining of dark oak wood blocks going straight across here. So we're just going to have this run straight down. And let's see how many blocks this is going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If this needs to go 3 blocks past the window, okay, I think we're good. Well, actually, technically, if it's gonna go 4 blocks past the window, actually, because there's gonna be a pillar going up right through here. As a matter of fact, this is where we can close it off. So this is definitely helpful if you're following along. So that's going to be the extent of this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks here and then a pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks here after the pillar, and then we have the turn. So that's kind of where like the wall is going to end. Alright guys, so one quick thing that I want to change about this, I'm actually going to get rid of this lining of stairs. I'm actually going to put the lining of stairs back here instead, up against the brick wall, like that, and it'll curve those blocks in the end. And then I'm actually just going to place a lining of slabs there upside down. I think it just makes it look a little bit less bulky. And then underneath of here, I'm going to place 3 more upside down slabs to kind of frame that window. So that's going to be the design right there on the bottom part. So we're going to go with that. And then the next thing I want to do is start to add the window above. Before we can do that though, I'm going to place, let's see, I'm going to place a lining of upside down stairs right here. Like that. Same thing on this side, going up again, 1 block away from the edge. In fact, yeah, we'll just leave it 1 block away from the edge for now. And then I'm going to do some slabs underneath of that. And those kind of line along the same line as this upside down stair, which is pretty nice. So something like that. So now we have these white concrete blocks. They're 1 block indented from these upside down stairs. I don't really want it to be like that, so I'm actually going to double stack this white concrete, like for now. Obviously the back layer is going to get broken probably for interior blocks or something like that, but for now it'll be double stacked. We'll probably just fill that into the edge like this. And then this top part here, I can just kind of follow the pattern as well. Run this down, connect that there. Probably just, we'll leave that open actually, since I'm probably going to continue the window a little bit higher than normal. So we have this. I guess I can place the stair there and then continue with the slab. And that'll be kind of like the edge of this. But I'll likely end up continuing this dark oak wood log out that way a little bit more. How far we're going to take it, we haven't decided yet. We'll figure that out in a little bit. Alright, so we got this right now. Let me go ahead and do another upside down stair lining like that. I'm going to put a lining of the white concrete and then another upside down stair lining. And then what I'm going to do is start to put in this window. So let's go ahead and grab some black glass. And we're going to do 3 blocks wide, but this one's not going to be, or this one's going to be taller, so I'm going to actually take this up a little bit further. In fact, I think that's probably what I want. I'm going to put the fence right up the middle of that. We're starting to do that on this build, put little fences right up the middle of the windows. I think it adds a nice touch. I'm going to put some upside down stairs right there on the edges of that. And I'm probably going to start lining some slabs across. Run it straight through here. Connect it down to the edge. Like that. Alright, so there's going to be our window on the second level. We can definitely still add detail to this. Going to do some upside down stairs right there. I think that looks pretty good. And then the last thing I want to do is re-add the diagonal thing that I was doing. So I definitely didn't want to abandon that. I definitely liked that design. I was a little unsure about it on the first episode. It was kind of just an idea in my head. I didn't think it was going to look good. But it actually looked a lot better than I thought it would be. So I'm actually going to follow through with it and re-add it here. So it's probably not going to look exactly the same as it did previously since we've changed this a little bit. But we'll take a step back and look at it. But so far, I think this is looking pretty good. This is kind of what I wanted. Alright, let's take a step back and look at this. So there we go. This is what we got so far. I think that's pretty solid right there. I like that. Alright, so the next thing we got to do is add a window up here. So this is going to be a little tricky. I think what I'm going to do is place some white blocks going across 5, and then 3, and then 1. Alright? And then what I'm going to do is place an upside down stair right here and here. I want to make sure that this is wide enough so it kind of accentuates the white coloring. So we're going to have to try to account for that. So I think if we take this out 1 block past the slab lining, I think that will help with that idea, I guess, if that makes sense. Alright, so today I want to just try to continue getting some of the front of this build done. We're making good progress right now, two parts in. We're real serious about this. I'm in the full-blown focus mode right now, trying to get this thing built. So something like that. That's 2 blocks in, and then I think I'll probably just take these fences and continue them up in there. And I honestly think that's probably what I want. Simple as that. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. I wanted to continue the... I just wanted to add something to that. I think it definitely needed it. Alright, so this is good. I'm gonna curve that around the corner there. And of course the stair lining is gonna continue to this point and run across here as well. This is kind of an awkward connection, so we can make it seamless by putting a full block there. Okay, that's good. Guys, I was really tempted to build a roof out of full blocks again on this Let's Build, kind of like what we did with the house across the street. I think that the full block roof idea came together really nicely. So I was thinking about doing it again for the Tudor style house, but I think I'm gonna stick with regular stairs this time around. Go back to, you know, the normal way of doing roofs, I guess. Because I just think it'll look better if we're utilizing these dark oak wood stairs as the roof. It's definitely gonna add that Tudor style look to it, make it authentic as possible. I think it would look good though with some gray concrete as the roof. I really do believe that. But we're gonna go with the dark oak wood stairs. Alright, so we're gonna run this across, connect that to there, and of course we'll do our upside down stairs like that as well. So we're probably just gonna fill this all the way up. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna run these slabs down a little bit. Try to find the connection here when it comes to like how tall this roof is gonna be, because I would like to determine right now how tall this roof is gonna be. Well, maybe, you know, at least come close to determining it. Not 100%. So we'll run this down a little bit. And this will curve right here and go across. And continue. Just follow the patterns. That's how we do roofs, guys. Just follow the patterns. I would like to have the part of the roof that's facing the front of the build to be taller than, you know, kind of like the original point that we built. Let me just get a buffer block here. Okay, so right there we're now officially taller than like the center part of the roof. We're taller than that now. I would like this to probably go 2 blocks taller. I think that'll give us plenty of space for interior building. So we'll go another set of stairs like this, and then I'm gonna do a lining of slabs, and this will be the tallest point of the roof right there. Let's take a step back and see how tall that looks. Is that too tall? It's really hard to tell at this point. It might be like 1 stair too tall, but it's really tough to tell. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run this across right to here, and then I'm just going to connect the dots for you guys. I'll cut the video and fill the rest of these stairs in. So let me at least get the, you know, let me get it closed off so I can show you guys what I'm gonna be doing. Okay. So as you can see, all the rest of that open space, let me just fill that in off camera real quick, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here's what we got. This is what it looks like filled in. It looks a little tall, but I think it's just because there's really nothing on it. If we add some stuff up there maybe, or we might have to wait until we have more stuff built out before we can really get a good idea of how tall that is. But if I do shorten it or anything, change anything to it, I will make sure to let you guys know. And we'll do it on video. So anyway, let's continue here. Let's do a few more things here for this episode. So as you guys have noticed, we kind of have like this main part of the house, but we also have this brick wall continuing. So I'm going to count this off real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 blocks of logs going across. Alright, so I would actually like to do another 14 to kind of create a garage space. And I think I'm going to do 14 and 14 so they're kind of like equal in width. So let's count this off here. How many blocks do I have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. There we go. I'm going to grab some bricks, fill that all the way out as well. And we'll get some windows put in. We'll kind of close off this wall. This is going to be the garage area, everybody. Alright, so we have this. Also, let me reacquire that anvil here so I can frame the anvil on the other side as well. Like that. So now we have Dangeles anvils on both sides. Looking pretty good. Alright, so now what do we want to do? So again, this part of the build, I don't want it to be indented outward. So the cool thing that I'm going to be trying to do here, we'll see if it turns out good, is I want to have this brick wall be completely flat. And then there's going to be, like, the lower part is going to be the same without any change, but the upper level will have indents to it accordingly. Okay. So let's see here. I'm going to probably go like 3 blocks in. 1, 2, 3. And open up a little window here. We'll put some stairs here. We'll put some slabs up here. And we'll get some of this black glass filled in. I'm just going to do some simple windows here. Nothing too fancy, just something like that. That'll work out just fine. So we'll add another one as well. Okay, guys, so for the second window, I'm going to go 3 blocks away again. We'll open this up, doing exactly identical windows. These are going to be garage windows, keep in mind. So again, I don't want them to be as, like, fantastic and detailed as the other windows. So we will do the same thing right there. How about a Dangeles anvil in the middle of that? That would be a good candidate for it. But I don't think I'm going to do it just yet. We'll leave it blank for now. So we got this. Let's see. Let me count this off again. Make sure this is 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, cool. So on the edge of this, what I'm going to do is replace that with some dark oak wood logs. We'll have that run all the way up. And also, I would like to fill in some white concrete here. I'm going to do this lined up with the bricks from top to bottom, and 1 block indented from the log that we had running across. And we'll take this up a few blocks. Again, this is not going to go all the way up to this point in the roof. It's going to stop. So just keep that in mind. Okay. So next thing I want to do, I'm going to place a log going straight down the middle of this. Make sure that's lined up with the window. There we go. And then same thing over here. So that should be 3 blocks away from each other. All right, cool. That's what I was striving for. So it should be 2, 3, 3, 2. Great. So that's symmetrical, looking good. As far as, I want to do more diagonals. So I think I'm going to start them right here on the first block of the window. We'll see how that, I don't know exactly where that's going to connect to, but my hope is that it'll connect to the edge, and then we can connect it to a roof, a potential roof design. So I'll place the upside down stair, final one there. And we'll run the slabs through in a second. Alright, so wait, let me get rid of that. Crap, I'm breaking blocks that I don't want to break. Not good, not good. I don't think this needs to go up that tall. Alright, so we have, so by the way, there's not going to be any windows on that part of the concrete area. Just keep that in mind. Alright, this looks pretty good. I think I'm going to have a lining of, another lining of logs, I guess, run through here. We'll see if that's going to be too tall or not. I think that looks pretty good, honestly. Honestly, we're kind of just not running into too many problems right now. So this has been pretty much what I wanted. All right. As far as the connection to the side here, we kind of have this log sticking out. Maybe if I break this and then run it across here, kind of like creates that corner there that's symmetrical. And then what I might do is place some stairs, maybe, place some slabs, place some more slabs, more stairs, kind of just curve the corner with some detail. Looks pretty good, something like that. Alright, so as far as the roof of this part of the build, let's run some slabs across here. And on this side as well, we'll curve those and then place the stairs on top. And that will continue throughout the build. So that's 1 block off of the corner there. Oh, also, one important thing to keep in mind. This right here needs to be turned into concrete, because we can't have that double stack. So kind of sneak some white into there. That looks pretty good. That corner turned out pretty nice, actually. I'm digging that. As far as this right here, we can just make this a full block. Yeah, I don't see why not. Just to kind of fill in that little hole. All right. So something like that is the garage corner here. I think it looks pretty good. So let's do the same thing where we get this roof filled in. So the goal here is to kind of line this up with the center of the house, okay? So we have this right here as the center point. So we'll actually run this back down on the other side as well, so we kind of have a good idea of like how to line this up. And this will also actually give us an idea of how big this house is going to be in terms of how far it goes back. This is not going to be a big house, guys. We're probably going to finish this Let's Build in maybe like 5 or 6 parts. You know, we're already, what, 2 parts into this video, and we almost have the front of the house done, so we're going to work on finishing the front of the house next time and start to transition towards floor plan. Alright, so there we go. That's kind of how I want that to look. And I will continue these logs across here, connect them to here, and then we'll run this down. Not all the way to the ground right now. So there'll be some slabs here, and run these across like this. Alright, missed a block right there. That's so ugly when you miss a block like that. So that will be the you know, that part of the wall, which looks pretty good. Of course, that'll all get filled in with concrete, and then of course like the miscellaneous log designs, which is great. Alright, so now what we got to do is figure out where the center of this is going to be lined up. So it's kind of just have to eyeball it right now. I think that might be it right there. If I run this down, this should line up right in the center, and looks like it does. Okay, cool. So that will be the center of this, and then over here as well I'll continue the same thing, and then I'm actually just going to cut again and fill it in, show you guys what it looks like, so we can kind of chop through these slabs here. I can make a nice transition. The one good thing about building slabs and stairs with the roof all is the same block is it's pretty easy to kind of fix those little inconsistencies that I just showed. Alright, so that doesn't really matter. We can just connect that to right there. That's about as tall as that's going to go. As far as this right here, we can just make this into a full block. Pretty easy solution. Kind of connect that. Alright, looks pretty good. So let me go ahead and get that filled in for you guys real quick. Alright guys, here's how it looks. This is what I wanted. I'm pretty happy with this right now. I really like how my plan with this was actually to have like the brick wall, I guess, at the bottom part of the build to go straight across without any indentations, but have like the areas above it have indentations, and that's like exactly how it turned out. So that was like I'm really happy with that. Other than that, as far as like things I need to work on, because there's always things we need to improve on. We'll have to figure out if that roof height is good or not. I think it honestly looks fine. The more I started to add more to the build, it definitely fits. As far as like what we can place on the roof, so it's not just like flat, you know, stairs. We can put some leaves on it potentially, maybe some extra windows or something. I think right there, somewhere in the middle of that, would be a good potential spot for a window. But this is looking pretty good so far. I'm honestly pretty happy with this. I think this is a pretty solid stopping point. One thing I am going to do real quick though before we wrap up today's video, I'm just going to do a little bit on this side. We've made some good progress though, 2 episodes in. What I got to do next episode is start to work out this side over here. Since the house doesn't just end on this side, we're going to add other stuff over here. It's not going to be symmetrical though, like previous Tudor style houses that I've done. So just keep that in mind. Alright, but anyway, let's see. So we have this slab going across right here, which is going to be 2 blocks off the edge here. So right there. So this will run across a few blocks like that. And let's see. I don't know if I want this to be as far indented. I don't know. This part we'll have to figure out later. This is where I want to add the fireplace over on this side eventually. So we'll have this go across here, fill this in with some concrete blocks, get some more of these bricks, fill that in there. And let's just say just for theory's sake, we'll run that down right here to a decent point. Let's see. If this goes right here, let's see. Let me do 3 blocks. We'll run this across here, kind of continue that. I think that's definitely smart. Let's do a little like 3x2 squares of white. Maybe that'll look good. Continue that down here and then run this straight down. We can stop that there. Connect that. Alright. Filling this in. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. This is like way more than I thought I was gonna do, but we'll see what we can come up with real quick. So again, a little 3x2 squares of white concrete on this part. No windows. We're not spamming windows in this build. That's not how this one's gonna come out. This is gonna get covered up by Fireplace anyway, most of this. So something like that. And then what I'm gonna do is have the bricks run across here. So these bricks are actually going to be a little bit further up than the ones on the other side of the build because of the indentation. Okay, so that'll go all the way up to the edge there. Probably end up putting like some slabs or something like that at a later point, but something like that as far as like that part, I think that looks pretty good actually. Probably end up running that like straight down through there. I think that probably looks a little bit better. Doesn't really matter honestly. So if you might be wondering, like, that's not lined up, you know, like, you could just basically take this whole thing and just move it up one block and it would probably look better. I'm telling you, the inconsistency of that will look good when it's finished. So as far as, like, a fireplace, what I want to do is I want to make, like, a really... I noticed one thing about Tudor-style houses is that they have, like, really large-looking fireplaces and chimneys on the outside. So I'm going to be trying to do something like that. With this build, I'm going to use the bricks for it as well. So we'll do like a big 3-block wide chimney that is going to, you know, just kind of go straight through this build, run straight up and continue. We'll just place the extra parts of the roof here just so we can get a better idea of what this is going to look like maybe. How far up do we want this to go? Who knows? Let's do like one more block. Let's grab some brick stairs. Let's do some brick stairs across like this. And I am really messing up right now. Upside down stairs. And let's do full blocks. Upside down stairs. After the bricks, stairs. Run this down. So 3x3 chimney in this part of the roof. Just kind of eyeballing how tall I want this to be right now. Usually I like to make the chimneys, I should say. The chimneys. I like to make them a little bit taller than the roofs, typically. So that one is looking very tall. Place a couple of stairs, or full blocks right there. I kind of want to add some like acacia wood or some sort of gray block. I'm going to go with acacia wood. Place a couple of acacia wood blocks there. A couple more brick blocks. We're doing like a real tall one. Real tall chimney here. And then finally to cap this off, let's do cobblestone walls. I think would probably be what I want. Where are the cobblestone walls nowadays? I swear they move the things around all the time. There we go. So we'll put some cobblestone walls there. I wish I could put like flower pots on top of the cobblestone walls. That would be perfect. But let me take a step back and look at that. So that's kind of what I want to do for this chimney. I'm not even done there. I think I'm going to add even more to it. Probably like add like an extension to it below. You know, kind of take it out a little bit this way and run it down. Add some leaves on it possibly. Just make like a really magnificent looking chimney on the exterior of the build. I think it'll definitely kind of add to that Tudor style look. But this is looking pretty good right now. One key thing to remember about this build right now is that the lining of this roof here, although it's not like this wall isn't symmetrical or anything like that, the lining of this slab and stair is actually the same as over here. That's like really what I wanted. So that's good. And then this will, you know, kind of continue up and connect to the point where this is going to go all the way across. And we can kind of line these up with the slabs. So that looks about right. So we will run this down, connect it, and that's where I'm going to leave you guys. So I probably should have ended this video like 5 minutes ago, but you know, sometimes you're just getting the groove of building, and we've made a ton of progress today. All right, let's see. So something like that. And then that whole area behind there is going to get filled in with the rest of the roof. In fact, you know what? Since we're on such good momentum right now, let me just go ahead and cut the video again. I'll fill that in, and then we'll do our official outro. Alright guys, so I went ahead and filled in the roof, and this house isn't done yet. That's not where it's going to be closing off. We're going to add one more additional room on this side. Well, like, I guess outlet of the house on this side next episode. But this is some good progress through 2 videos. Look at this, guys. This is what we got for the front of the build so far. It's a good looking Tudor style house. I love Tudor style houses. They're so unique and cool. It's just a fun architectural style to mess around with in Minecraft. But this is what we got so far. I'm going to add more detail to that fireplace, or that chimney on the outside, I guess you could say, next episode. And I'll continue the rest of the front of the build. We'll get the front of the build closed off next episode. We'll get that, again, chimney a little bit more detailed. Do a little bit of the garage on that side. And we'll start to work on some floor planning. So we're really rapid fire pace right now on this build. This is what we got through 2 videos. So thank you guys for watching. It's been Dan Lags. Hope you guys are enjoying the Tudor style house Let's Build thus far. I'll see you guys in a few days for part 3. Peace out.